Yeah. So I just had toast and a coffee.
I had Weetabix.
That should be a campaign, Emma. Eat breakfast.
Eat breakfast. Yeah, really good.
Busy but good. So I'm Jacob Ford.
And I'm Blackburn.
So my job title is the LGBT plus campaigns officer. I oversee the LGBT plus campaigns group and the committee within that, running events and raising awareness.
And as the Vice President of Welfare and Community, I look after representing all the students at the University of Lincoln on anything to do with welfare, safety, finance. I'd say the best piece of advice I'd give to a student coming to Lincoln is to get involved and to meet new people. So join things like the LGBT plus campaigns group or Pride Society.
So for LGBT plus History Month throughout February, we've got several events going on. We started with a panel discussion. This was about representation and inclusion within the student body. And then throughout the rest of the month, we've got several public lectures on various aspects of queer history.
And within the wider Students' Union as well, we're working on a piece of work around getting trans students involved in sport and activities at the union.
I think that Lincoln is definitely one of the safest places I've ever been to for LGBT plus people, whether it be sort of like nights out or whether it be sort of like campaigns. It's definitely very inclusive.
Lincoln as a whole comes together as one big community and we look after each other. That's what made me attracted to Lincoln, was how safe it felt.
Any really sort of campaigns group or society or student-led project within the Students' Union or the university is just a great way to sort of get involved.
All the student groups within the university and the union are really, really supportive and really welcoming. So support for members of the LGBT plus community. Student wellbeing do a lot of supports. They've got a designated advisor that supports members of the LGBT plus community. We have the Student Union Advice Centre, so we can deal with any queries you've got around feeling included.
But events that we've done in the last year include Trans Day of Remembrance March. This is where we took a group of students and we marched through Lincoln to raise awareness of issues that trans people face.
It's really great that the LGBT plus campaigns group works. So intersectionally, you guys took part in Reclaim the Night, which was organised by our women's group, which was all about sexual harassment and sexual assault in the city. BAME events, so our BAME's campaign group organised Black History Month, which also intersects with LGBT plus.
So I think with my role, it's more about sort of student engagement and representation. So making sure that all the LGBT plus students on campus feel supported and still feel that if they did need to contact us, that they can do that.
I think for me it's similar, so making sure that LGBT plus students feel that their voice is being heard. We're the union, so that's what our job is.
I just say that just take your time, whether it be that you want to sort of come out during university, you've come out before, or you go through the whole of university and don't come out, that's perfectly fine. You've got to take your time, but also know that if you did need a little bit of help, that's okay, and those services are available.
I think that's for me, was that's such a big important part of coming to university. It's like, I can talk about this now.
I think my biggest piece of advice to anybody who wants to be an ally is just to not be afraid to educate yourself. It's just about making yourself aware of issues, a sort of a history, and making sure that you are being respectful.
There's a silly myth that people who don't identify with the LGBT plus community can't celebrate Pride. Come and celebrate, come and join in, come to the events that the LGBT plus campaigns group put on.
So my LGBT plus icon would be Billy Porter as an actor and a activist, and also pushing the boundaries as well of gender, of sexuality, of media, of fashion, everything.
My LGBT plus icon is Jason Barker, who starred and directed a documentary called A Deal with the Universe, and they're a trans person who halted their transition to have a baby. And I thought it was a really incredible story. My
favourite thing about my role is just meeting lots of students. I think so many people come to university from so many different backgrounds with different experiences, and just being able to sort of collaborate and to put on events for other students.
So I like helping students. Like, everyone should have the best experience they can. It's like, for me, it's been the best 3 years of my life, and I want everyone else to have the same experience.
So within Lincoln at the moment for LGBT plus History Month, the collection at the Usher Gallery are hosting a series of art exhibits and displays sort of around LGBT plus history. One of them is called The Electric Fence, and there's also one sort of a display of flags, and there's different meanings and stories behind each of these.
One of the projects I really love is Alternative Pride, and so it's a project started by a group in Lincoln. So they like take over coffee shops and things and do like more accessible Pride. So I think that's really cool. Us.
Yeah, if you do want to get in contact with us with any questions or queries, then you can email us at our email addresses, which will be down here. And we'll try and get back to you as quick as possible.
And then you can also find all of our events on the SU website under the events tab.